more. But before we go any further, I do believe we got a caller on the line. 859, line 1. You're on the air.
John Gray.
Yes. Oh, I know who this is. This is Cousin Jed. What the hell? Well, I just lost Cousin Jed, but yeah, he was on. Cousin Jed. Jed, I lost you. Go ahead and call in, and Felony, I can take you guys too. I can take you both on at once. As we get into this, I would like to make the announcement. The winner of the contest for this month was Marie Evan James. She is a fan on the Facebook fan page, and she answered a lot of the questions correctly. So thank you so much for your participation this month. You will be receiving a phone call from Brian Armstrong, the road dog, Jesse James. So I look forward to that in the near future. Also coming up, oh God, I'm afraid of this call. Line 2, you're in the air. Hello. Hello. Okay, whatever it is. Alright, I don't know who that was. We got Cousin Jed back, though. Cousin Jed, welcome back to the show, buddy. Sorry about that.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine.
Alright, I don't know what Felony is. She's supposed to be calling in, but...
Okay. Well, I mean, John was supposed to call us both.
Now, wait a minute. I
he?
Can't... No, I could have, but because of Cassius and the problems we had, I didn't want to.
Okay.
I didn't want to chance my switchboard screwing things up again.
I hear that. Bro.
It's a constant battle with this thing sometimes. I'm actually glad that the Skype thing is working well. Apparently, people in the chat room can hear me. I'm not breaking up. And
right.
to Mike Wade, no, sir, it is not 420 at the Gray household today, okay? Thank you for asking. Hopefully we can get... Oh, well, now I'm being told that I am breaking up. However, I cannot hear it. I can't hear myself. Can you hear me okay, Jed?
Yeah, it was all right. Just me. I walked in a different part of the house.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about what's going on now. You have recently been named the new commissioner for the United States Wrestling Federation, a organization in which I called home for many, many years. Tell us what you got going on.
Well, I'd just like to come on your radio station tonight and say that the USWF is coming back, and that's the main thing. We're coming back, and we're coming back hard and strong with some of the old guys and some of the new talent that's out there, and we're just going to be everywhere, in every city we could go, you know.
So now I know it's not listed yet. You can't give the date out, but can you give us a roundabout idea of when we can start seeing you guys back in action again?
Soon, very, very soon. I've got a Facebook set up for USWF. It's under Cousin Jed.
Okay.
Just watch that and watch the indie board, which a lot of fans watch at. And we sure will be on there, and I'm sure we'll be in contact with you.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Now, there's a lot of other things in the works. I don't think we've. I'm not sure if the date is set in stone, but there's actually, and I don't think they're calling it the Night of Champions, but it's something of that nature where all the KWPA members are getting together and putting on a show. Am I correct on that? Right.
There's several promotions out there that's going to have their champion and top contender go that night and defend the belt for, that organization, that federation.
All right. So tell us a little bit about some of the talents you got down at the USWF. Who can we see coming back in, and what kind of changes can we expect to see?
Well, as far as changes, I don't see none because, it was run well, as you know. It's going to be a family show, as it always been. It's going to be old-fashioned wrestling, like you used to remember it. Lance Russell and Dave Brown, stuff like that. You will see Jack Black. You will see Felony Foxx, Cujo, Stevie P. And why's all the guys' name just forgets me right now?
The Zodiac. I know when
Zodiac.
I know when things kind of went down, Zodiac was the USWF champion. Now, is that going to pick right back up where it was, or are we gonna see a tournament, or he's gonna stay champion?
Yes, sir. He's the champion.
Okay.
Until somebody dethrones him.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, you never know. Maybe Bobby Blade will come down there and dethrone him.
You never know, but Blade still got it in him.
I couldn't say that. I couldn't say that with a straight face. But
oh, brother, you know better than that.
I told Bobby Blade the other day on his Facebook page, and this is pick on Bobby time for just a minute, but I told Bobby Blade the other day on his Facebook page that his the smell of his body odor and his hair got into a loser leaves Bobby match, and his hair lost.
Dog, that ain't right. That ain't right. No. No. That's not right.
That's great. Well, we're waiting on Felony Foxx to call in and tell us about another transition that's going on here. I don't know where she's at. I don't know what she's doing. I see her in my chat room. Felony, hello, did you forget? I mean, you know, it was all, never mind, I'm not going there. But, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what the new USWF or the new era of the USWF is going to have to offer. Can we see maybe a return from time to time of Rated X?
I would say that's not out of the picture, but I'm not going to guarantee it. You know how a worker is, man. You know, that's like myself. I've been off for 8 months or better, and you know, when I quit, I said no more. I won't go back. And look what I'm doing now. You know, I'm commissioner. So
there you go.
Right back in the mix of it. Yeah.
Now, you guys have kind of taken a old-school NWA feel to it, where you now have a board that decides things now for you guys, decides what matches you're going to have, decides, you know, what venues you're going to be at, and you know, that's definitely a big change, and that really goes back to the old-school National Wrestling Alliance days. How do you think that's going to affect the camaraderie shared by the workers?
Well, to me, that's one reason that brought me back into it was, you know, here's 5 different people that's sitting at the table and saying, you know, we need to do this, you know, we need this match or that match. And I think it'll mix things up. And, you know, and it'll bring better talent in, maybe, and hopefully it will, and it'll be a plus. That's the main thing for it to be a plus for the USWF.
I don't mean to laugh. I'm not laughing at you. I just read my chat room, and apparently Bobby Blade's having a baby.
Having a baby?
That's what he just said. He's having a baby.
Well, all I can say is it's not mine.
I think it belongs to Felony Foxx. But
I say, brother, I love you, but I don't love you that much, right?
That's great. That's great. Speaking of Felony Foxx, she has joined us finally. I think she just completely forgot. I don't. Maybe I'm not important enough anymore.
No, John Gray, you're not important. I'm important.
Right. Well, what do you got for us tonight? I understand you got some pretty big things working.
Yeah, there's quite a bit going on in Kentucky wrestling right now. It's an exciting time to be a part of it, at least on my end. I know Jed's been telling you a little bit about what's going on. I couldn't really hear the show. I could sign in to chat. I don't know why I wasn't able to hear it, so I don't know what he's already told you. So can you refresh me?
He's just pretty much filled us in on the happenings with the USWF, the board members, and how that's going to really change the spectrum a little bit there for the USWF, and just told a little bit of what's coming back and what we expect.
Okay, well, what you can expect on top of what you already know, you know that USWF puts out some of the best wrestling in this state, and we're lucky to have them back, glad to have them back. But aside from that, out of this has also spun a sister company to the USWF, and that's UWA, the United Wrestling Alliance. They'll be coming to a town near you very soon. And we'll be working very closely with USWF as well as other KWPA members to ensure the integrity stays intact to Kentucky professional wrestling.
Well, it's actually kind of funny that you bring up the integrity of professional wrestling in Kentucky because I've got to be honest with you, Felony. I've been to quite a few shows, not just in Kentucky, but in a few other states over the last few months, and I'm sorry to report, but I don't think there's any left.
I think there is, as long as we have a fan base and there's still an interest and there's a love from the wrestling community. I think it's still there. It's going to take a lot of work to help bring it back. I don't know if we'll ever restore it to the glory days, but I think that there's a lot of potential there, and don't count wrestling out just yet.
Well, I will never count wrestling out. If there's one thing you can rest assured of, I am a wrestling fan through and through before I am anything else. So I wish you guys the best of luck. I hope that you do draw well. I look forward to being a part of both of your opening shows, because I think that will just be a fun time. And Cousin Jed, you keep us posted as when you go back to McKinney, because as you very well know, that was my favorite town to ever perform in. And
that's everybody's favorite town.
Well, yeah. Actually,
John
be honest. Go ahead.
I have to say that I didn't say that.
Well, I mean, all I'm going to say is...
around there, yeah.
Just tell me when you're going back to McKinney.
That's right.
If you're ever going back, if you never go back, then I guess I never get my homecoming. But if you go back, I want my homecoming. That's all I'm saying.
I hear you.
That's all I'm saying. So if hopefully you do go back, because I tell you what, there's two towns in this state that I love with all of my heart. The fans there were the type of fans that still believed in Santa Claus, and you just don't see those kind of fans anymore. But Central City and McKinney, Kentucky, two of the greatest cities, two of the greatest towns in the state. The fan base there was just phenomenal, and I really hope that the USWF does return there, because I see great things for you guys there.
Right.
Well, you also know too that we have to take certain steps and obey the rules in Frankfort, and as soon as we have those dates to announce and the towns to announce, Real Side Media will be the first to get that information. Well,
we're very glad of that. We're happy to be a part of the KWPA and do whatever we can to help push the Kentucky promotions. And I've always been a fan of independent wrestling. I tell people all the time to get active in independent wrestling.
Definitely.
And people tell me, you can't tell them to go to any show. Well, yeah, I want them to go to any show, because if they go to the crappy show and then they follow that up with a good show, then, it works both ways, I guess. But, you never can draw your own conclusion until you see it. So that's why I tell everybody, go see an independent show. If it sucks, don't go back to that promotion. Find another independent show to go check out. It's kind of like trying to find the perfect church, if that's your thing. If you don't feel it in one place, you go to another place. It's the same thing. So I just encourage people to get proactive in independent wrestling. Go check it out. There are all kinds of great independent organizations within this state.
Well, and that's what the KWPA stands for. Like I said, they're trying to resurrect the integrity. They're trying to bring the credible promotions together to work together instead of against each other. If indie wrestling fails, then it's our fault. And, we've let the fans down, and we've let a brotherhood down if we don't do the work that it's going to take to fix it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, guys, thank you so much for your time. I do have to get going to the next segment of the show, but I look forward to being a part of the UWA and the USWF, and I can't wait. It'll be some great times. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, John.
All right. Thanks, John. Jed. Thanks, Felony.
Bye.
All right, there you have it. Two new organizations, or one old one making its return, and a new one just forming here in the Kentucky area. I cannot wait to see what these guys have in store. The talent roster on the USWF, as Jed was telling us, is just phenomenal. From Zodiac, the USWF World Champion, to Jack Black, Stevie P, Felony Foxx, the Big Dog Cujo. A lot of great Kentucky independent wrestlers, and I look forward to working with all of them. In the meantime, while I get Kriptic Keegan on the show, those of you wondering, Mac Daddy Mike will be joining us. He had a prior engagement. He'll be joining us just a little bit after the 10 o'clock hour. But I think we're going to go with la-di-da tonight. I'm feeling a little la-di-da, so we'll be right back, right after Hot Action Cop.
Cool.